Good morning in the Journey Way. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live on Give Yourself Permission. And I'm just excited to be back. Well, actually, I really didn't go nowhere, but I just took a few days off, and but I still maintained my personal 224 process, and I hope that you have been working on yours. And when we left off, we were talking about habits, how habits formed, how to break. We went through the whole habit cycle. Then we started talking about how to break habits, and I started going through some of the tools that I have developed. And the tool that I want to talk about today is, in a sense, your insight and your foresight. And this is best stated by being able to see the end before you begin, but also realizing that in this type of vision, you need to be able to practice and give yourself permission to say no to some people and some things. When we are trying to develop the habits of success, the habits of greatness, the habits of joy, the habits of prosperity, we need to be clear on how this looks to us. We need to be clear on where we are going. And it's important to at least have a framework in your mind and be able to transfer that framework onto some paper or onto a computer screen so that you can move towards your vision. See, this tool is about developing that insight and that foresight, which is also known as the ability to have vision, the ability to send your vision out into the world. Now, but realize that once you lay down your vision and once you start moving towards your purpose and forming the habits that you want, understand that you are going to have to learn to say no to certain people and no to certain things. And give yourself permission to say no. Now, this is the issue with saying no. Because a lot of us, we have been taught political correctness. We have been taught to be polite and to be humble, and none of those things that I just mentioned say anything against saying no. But we perceive that saying no is rude. We perceive that saying no is antisocial. But saying no is probably one of the most healthy things that we could say. If we are trying to break a certain habit and establish new patterns in our life, we have to learn to say no to certain people. We have to learn to say no to certain events. We have to learn to say no to certain places. You know, we call it changing the nouns in our life. You know what I'm saying? Being able to say no to old nouns and saying yes to new nouns. And for those who are so old that you forgot what a noun is a person, place, or thing. You have to be able to say no. Why? Because when you're trying to establish a new habit, when you are trying to establish something new in your life, when you start trying to move towards a new vision, if you allow the same old things to come into your life that was there when you was messing up, it's a good chance that you're going to mess up. When you look at anybody that's in any type of recovery and they are serious about their recovery, they change everything. When you are around somebody who has committed themselves to a new religion or a new faith, and you go into their environment is totally different. And if it's real, their vibration is very different. You know, if you go around somebody in recovery, if you knew them before they was in recovery and you see them afterwards, their vibration is different. Why? Because one, they got a vision of where they wanted to go. They gave themselves permission to see the end before they even began. They formed this picture and they was able to latch onto this picture and begin to move towards it, right? And then they was able to say no. That's one of the most powerful tools that you're going to ever have. Be able to say no. Now, on the title description of this, I was thinking about what type of image could I use for this, and the best image that I could give you for this tool, for this part of where we are on give yourself permission, is a jigsaw puzzle. Life is like a jigsaw puzzle. Now, how do you put a jigsaw puzzle together? Some people don't like to look at the box when they put the jigsaw puzzle together, and they just want to stumble through the pieces. But on every jigsaw puzzle box, when you get the box, there's a picture of the end. And you have to go through those pieces and start putting those pieces together to get to that end. And look at your life like that. All I'm asking you to do is to step back from your life, envision where you want to be, build that end. It don't have to be right and exact. And then start building the pieces, piece by piece by piece. Take your time at it, because one of the things that usually happen to a lot of people is that they start, and this is crazy, they start wanting to do too much too quickly. Now, I know I was supposed to be at 5 minutes, but I'm done. This is Brother Hatim. I'd like to thank you for your time. I pray that your day is as beautiful as you are. Be sure to check out my other stations. Go to www.giamijourney.com, and you can follow the rest of my podcast. With that, Brother Hatim says peace.